it's always great to see our brave men and women in uniform have a comfortable and secure place to call home. So it was all smiles on faces as Inspector General of Police IGP Usman Alkali Baba unveiled 88 residential blocks for police officers at Bombay Barracks in Kano. The IGP urged the beneficiaries to reciprocate the gesture by discharging their job effectively and efficiently. Gentlemen, accommodation has always been a major challenge for our police officers. And it's often said that when these men and women have decent houses to live, it gets them motivated.
Yes, I'm happy this IG has been going around providing infrastructure for his people. Apart from what we've seen in Bombay, Kano, which is where you have the police headquarters and some barracks, you know, dirty looking and old. Now it's delivered good, modern infrastructure for these policemen in Kano. Definitely, it has a way of motivating the policeman to give his best. You need to provide them with modern barracks where they can raise their children and raise them properly. Some of them live amongst the people, and for this reason, even their security is endangered, especially when they are handling some very delicate cases. You will recall that the government decided to spend a lot of money to build barracks for NDLA staff because drug barons were killing some of the operatives. It's just that a lot of these things don't get reported in the papers. NDLA is losing some of his tested, some of his best operatives to drug barons. It's not just easy to smash a drug syndicate. They will come for you. And where they are living in the midst of the rest of us, they become vulnerable. So government has decided to build barracks for the NDLA, and I'm very happy about that. These barracks that they are building for the police will also go a long way to ginger them and make them more focused and more committed to their job. I could recall that this same IG built some built some barracks in Borno State. Very beautiful. I saw the pictures, and he's going around like that, doing the same thing. The former chief of air staff, Sadiq Baba Abubakar, was reputed for the infrastructure that he delivered across Air Force formations in the country. The former chief of army staff, Tuburate, also did that. He even built a university for the army in Biu, as well as new officers' mess, new barracks, modern barracks, and the rest. So we need them, and I'm happy that this IG has taken the step to do that.
All right, Paul Dada.
Yes, we should commend the IGP for doing what he is doing, and what he has done here it's a very good thing, because we all know that the conditions under which police officers live and work could affect their efficiency, could also affect their behavior. Many times we condemn police officers and the rank and file for their for bad behavior and all of that. But sometimes factors responsible, some of these factors could be responsible, like living in squalid conditions, being poorly kitted, not having equipment to work. There's still much to do. There's actually still much to do. There are still many police formations that are, there are so many barracks, which buildings are in very bad shape. Of course, the one of Songo, Ibadan is trending now. And but I think that it is something that should continue. Not only that, the police authorities in each state should interface more with civilian organizations. Like this one now was done through private-public partnership. because you can't get all the funds, alone. You have to work with the private sector.
Sectors.
So yes, it's a welcome development, and it should continue.
All right, BK. Now, just before we move on, many also have talked about, sustainability and maintenance of these structures.
Yes, that's why, you see, if I have my way, even some of the training facilities for the police, I will demolish them and build new ones. You cannot train proper policemen in some of these training facilities without windows and all that. In fact, a senior police officer told me that he was asked to go and conduct examination for some policemen, and when he got there, that even the examination hall had no windows. And because of lack of accommodation and all that, some of them actually slept in that windowless building. So these are some of the unbearable conditions under which policemen are expected to do their work. And then when they get onto the road, you're actually dealing with somebody whose behavior is close to that of a beast. Because people who shoot civilians at the slightest provocation. People who slap civilians, disgrace them in the presence of their children, like the policeman who was demoted recently, who beat up a man, the Kogi-born policeman. I mean, such things shouldn't be happening, but a well-motivated police force with their welfare sufficiently taken care of is most likely to be more humane in the way it deals with the civil populace. I'm not saying that it's a guarantee for good behavior. We still see people who are properly looked after, who still go on to steal and all that. Greed is not determined by solvency alone. Sometimes you have so much solvency and you are still greedy. You still want to steal. We've seen even people belong to royalty going inside a department store, a supermarket to steal things that they can easily afford. So, but I'm saying that with better welfare for policemen, better working condition, better working environment, a good number of them, and training and retraining, a good number of them won't be behaving the way we see some of them behave, take people's lives just cheaply as they do. So let the investment in infrastructure in our police formations continue, whether through build, operate and transfer, whether through funds available to the force, or through encouragement of private individuals to help them, or even people from the National Assembly. When you go to Ojodu now, you see the police station that Faleke has built to replace the one that was burnt. What is standing there now is a story building, whereas what they burnt was not actually a story building. So, and Lagos State government, I know they made a promise that they are going to rebuild all the burnt police stations and make them modern. And when we are talking about making them modern, it means that there will be a resident clinic so that if someone falls sick among the policemen, they can treat them there and all that. So we need to take better care of our policemen. We abuse them here when they misbehave, but when they deserve something, we should be among the first to say, yes, you need to do this for the police.